Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys. Cowboys send strong message to Shaq Leonard after joining Eagles. The latest Dallas Cowboys news is shedding some light on why Shaquille Leonard chose to sign with the Philadelphia Eagles over a move to Big D owner Jerryjones addressed the rumors regarding why the Cowboys fell short. Jones shot down the notion that there were financial reasons. All signs point to Leonard believing the Eagles could get him closer to a Super Bowl than the Cowboys. Jones wished Leonard well but made it clear that he wanted the star to wish he was on the winning side when the two teams meet in Week 14. The rivalry game gets even more juice with Leonard's decision to pass on Dallas in favor of Philly. Again, I want to point out that we certainly talked to him and were interested on a certain basis if he could come in, Jones explained during a December 5, 2023 interview with 105.3 The Fans, Sean and RJ. And he decided on Philadelphia and that's it. Let's just do everything we can to make him wish he was on the winning side, on Sunday. Jerryjones on Shaq Leonard joining the Eagles. There was never a financial issue at all. Leonard was surprisingly cut by the Colts on November 21, leading to free agent visits to Dallas and Philadelphia. Jones revealed that he believes Leonard's decision came down to the team that gave him the best chance to win a Super Bowl. Certainly, on an individual basis, I wish him the best, Jones remarked. He deserves that. He's had a very distinguished career. There was absolutely never any money mentioned. I met with him, had lunch with him and had a good visit with him, but there was never a financial issue at all. The Dallas Cowboys could be an ideal landing spot for a former Super Bowl champion in 2024. As suggested by Bleacher Report's Matt Holder, one of the biggest positions of need for the Cowboys is at linebacker this offseason. With Leighton Vander Esch's career in question following another season-ending neck injury, Dallas may be forced to look for a potential replacement for the longtime starter. With Leighton Vander Esch's career in question, Dallas might be looking at the free agent pool for linebackers this offseason, writes Holder. While Marquise Bell has played well, especially in coverage, he's a converted safety and the defense could use a natural linebacker who is a good or better run defender. Holder suggests Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive captain Levante David as a free agent the Cowboys should pursue. David can bring that and more as he's built a career out of being a complete backer, writes Holder. He's fared well in Pro Football Focus's grading system against the run this year, and for several years, and had 14 TFL through Week 12 of this season. Plus, he's getting up there in age and might be willing to take a cheaper deal to play for a Super Bowl contender. Why the Cowboys should consider pursuing Levante David has been the linchpin of the Buccaneers' defense since he was drafted back in 2012, notching 3 All-Pro selections along with a Pro Bowl bid following the 2015 season. Although David is 33 years old and one of the more accomplished linebackers in the league, he's entering the final years of his career. After playing under a 5-year, $50.3 million deal from 2015 until 2020, David has played on smaller deals since then. After signing a 2-year, $25 million deal prior to the 2021 season, David returned to Tampa Bay this past offseason on a 1-year, $4.5 million deal. In other words, he'd likely play under a similar deal, if not a smaller deal, for the opportunity to play in Dallas and play for another Super Bowl ring. According to Pro Football Focus, David's play remains high. The veteran linebacker has posted a 66.0 defensive grade and 70.5 run defensive grade this season. With the exception of Marquise Bell's 80.5 defensive grade, those grades are actually higher than any of the Cowboys' current linebackers, including Vander Esch. Perhaps most importantly, David has been a remarkably durable linebacker during his 12-year career. He missed just 12 possible games over the first 11 years of his career. By comparison, Vander Esch has missed 23 games, and counting, over the past 5 seasons alone. Leighton Vander Esch's career could be over due to neck injury. While commenting on Vander Esch's injury back in November, team owner Jerryjones hinted at how the veteran's latest neck injury, his 4th ailment over the past 5 seasons, could put his career in jeopardy. "He's an integral part of that defense out there," said Jones during an appearance on 105.3 The Fan on November 14, 2023. "We just wish him well, and just the nature of his potential injury here causes me to really think longer term and beyond what it means for next week or beyond what it means for next month. It has everything to do with what's best in his interest." Considering the severity of Van Der Esch's injury and the lack of depth at the linebacker position, Dallas recently made a run at free agent linebacker Shaquille Leonard. The Cowboys should consider signing David to a cheap contract. Leading into the Dallas Cowboys showdown with the Philadelphia Eagles with a share of the NFC East lead at stake, Dallas' success on defense this season is being driven by a pleasant surprise contributor. Just 12 games into the 2023 campaign, Cowboys cornerback Daron Bland has already set the single-season record for interceptions returned for a touchdown, already taking 5 to the house. Bland, according to Pro Football Focus, is holding opposing quarterbacks to a meager 52.4 passer rating when they target him, while making a strong All-Pro case this season. ESPN's Todd Archer named Bland the Cowboys' pleasant surprise of the season. Bland leads the NFL with 8 interceptions, and his 5 pick-sixes are a single-season NFL record. All this while filling in for Pro Bowl CB Trevon Diggs, who suffered a season-ending torn ACL in his left knee in a Week 3 practice, Archer wrote in a story published December 5. The Cowboys thought they would be okay with Bland, who had 5 picks last year to lead the team, but they couldn't have expected he would do this. In his past 2 games, he has given up a lot of catches and yards, so maybe he is hitting some kind of wall or just learning what life is like for a regular cornerback. Bland's dominance this season is 2 years removed from Trevon Diggs leading the NFL in interceptions en route to being named a first-team All-Pro. The Cowboys' 24-year-old rising star is having the kind of season that gives him a very real chance of being Dallas' second All-Pro at the position in the past 3 years. Daron Bland aims to bounce back for Cowboys. When the Eagles arrive in Arlington with dynamic wide receivers A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, Bland will be aiming to bounce back from a disappointing showing 10 days earlier against Seattle Seahawks star DK Metcalf. Metcalf went off against Bland and the Cowboys in Week 13, catching 6 of his 8 targets, primarily against Bland, for 134 yards with 3 touchdowns, in a 41-35 Seahawks loss. Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn isn't worried about his star cornerback, though. "The term I'd use for him is resilience. He's tough as hell, he's ready to battle back," Quinn told reporters on December 4. Quinn and the Cowboys are optimistic about Bland, especially because even in a down performance, he still pulled down his 8th interception of the season. It won't get much easier for Bland and the Cowboys, though, as Brown enters the December 10 game averaging 14.4 yards per reception with 7 touchdowns, and Smith has accounted for more than 90 receiving yards in 4 of the last 5 weeks with 4 receiving touchdowns over that span.